Oh, woo! Barely made it back in time. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome all, welcome all. It is the June 24th edition of Morning Mindset. I'm your host, Todd. How are you doing today? Today's topic of choice, weekly planning. My fat ass is out of breath. I had to run over here. Everything's set up. We're in the middle of a sticker job. And so I was trying to set it up to go again while I was doing this. So, woo! You ever seen a fat cat run? That was me. So good morning. Welcome. It's your first time here, long time here. This is what I need out of you. Who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. It's going to be gross today and tomorrow. I think we're getting like highs, 90s, triple digit with heat indexes, breathing through a wet towel, thunderstorms. North of us got pounded with rain over the weekend, so we are expecting flooding, which will probably affect our 4th of July festivities around here because they do stuff on the river. So good times all the way around. That's what we got. As far as what's in the drink this morning, tropical vibe Celsius. Trying to have another drink. It's okay so far. I think I'm digging it. We'll talk more about that. But that's just what we got going on. 5 things. Oh, see? I totally threw them off. 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to get done today? So for us, we've got the sticker job that we've already got rolling out going. Then we've got UV, DTF, and DTF. Temporary tattoos. Update the website. Quotes and invoicing. So for the most part, I think I've got quotes. I'm not halfway through that while we're going there. But we got this. We'll do that. And then we've got our mentorship call. So we got a busy day today. Let's check in and see how everyone is doing today. Sarah, good morning to you. 66 and sunny. Excited for 82 today. Coffee in the cup. 5 things. Production plan schedule. That's what I'm talking about this week or today, about planning the week. So good times with that. Social media policies, internal website, Canva website to replace Linktree. Yes, Sarah, we need to talk more about that in our mentorship call today because I need your help and your assistance, and then I think it's another thing that you can add on to it. Darren, good morning to you. 80 and sunny there on Topeka on the way to 100. Yeah, man, it's gonna be bad. Mountain Dew in the cup. 5 things. Business mission statement. Very nice. Take tractor to get welds fixed. Get a brace for the trailer ordered. You mean just go and turn on the plasma table and cut your own brace? Just saying, buddy. What's up, Chuck? Good morning for you from sunny Florida. Darren, check on shipping status of a couple orders and mail-in rebates from Menards. That's like that mail-in rebate process from Menards has got to be one of the biggest scams, right? Like everything's 11% off every other week for 2 weeks, right? Isn't that what it is? And then you get it back in store credit. So it's awesome. Yeah, I saved 11%, but I got to turn around and spend it back at the store. Just give me my rebate or just take 11% off, right? Like, come on now. At least you can put everything on. Remember when it was like all receipts needed their own rebate forms? That was a pain. Jerry, good morning to you. Barb, good morning. North Central Minnesota, 67, cloudy, water in the bottle. 5 things. Quotes, DTF press shirts, embroider bath towel sets, answer new customer emails. Very, very good day. Jeff, morning from cloudy Myrtle Beach. You look like you have a nice view, though, right? Not a bad view to wake up to, I would assume. And Barb saying hi to Chuck, Jerry, and Sarah, and Darren. Renee, good morning to you. Hello, greetings from 72 Chicagoland. On the way up to 92. Water in the bottle, coffee in the cup. Rare morning without PT. Working on your 5. Good job. How's PT going for you? And Jenny, good morning from Northern Indiana. It's already 71. Water in the cup. I think it says it's 81 right now. There's no way. It says that it's 81. That's not true, is it? I think this has not updated for something to say that it's already 81 here. This one says that it's 79. So, yeah, I guess it is already trashy out. Jeff, you should be ignoring us. What? Whatever that it is. Tim from Toledo, good morning to you. 70 with water to drink. Very nice. Is your watch asking if you're okay? I'm not even wearing the watch. I haven't worn that watch probably for a while. I think, in fact, I finally turned off the service on it. I was paying like the $15 a month for it for like the last 2 years, and I don't think I wore it in 2 years, to be honest with you, because the biggest thing I hated was that for what I was doing with it, it would die out on me. It wouldn't last the 24 hours. So I just quit wearing it, and probably, I think that's one of the things where And my phone, I know what time it is. It works out good for that, but for the amount of notifications and things that were coming through to it, it wasn't lasting all day. It was more of a pain. Nani, right? Good morning to you. Jeff says 85 feels like 95 already. Going to be an ugly day, but you're on the beach, right? Brian, good morning to you. 74 headed to 96. Rain now, sunny. That's what they're telling us to expect. There could be powerful storms rolling through. I hate to say it. I hope they hit us or south and don't go north, because it's looking bad. It's looking bad. Jerry, I'm still in bed. I mean, why not? It's like 9:30 over there. That sounds good. Brian, print vehicles, print banners, invoice proofs, make samples. Brian's got a busy day. Brian's got a busy Wednesday. I'm gonna get through the things, and I'm gonna talk about planning this week, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more about that. And laughing at Jeff there. 98 degrees here in coastal Georgia. Woo, baby, that is gonna be hot. Darren, I may actually have the what? Whoa! Wait a minute, sir. Are you for sure? Are you for real? You're actually selling it? Congratulations. Although I think we should use it, and we should make some fire rings and all kinds of outdoorsy stuff and have a ball with it. I don't have the room for it, so I'm not buying it. Just let's put that out there for it. Don't have the room for it. Yep, I agree with Menards. Also great marketing. I save up mine for a big purchase like a new girl. Yeah, and like when we've done store build outs and that's what we've used it for, was like, ooh, what's something that we could get with it. Now, when I was in the HVAC side of things, we did a lot of shopping at Menards. So we had a lot of rebates that would come back, and I don't even remember what we would buy with it. I think it was just stock merch for it. I would agree with that. Menards rebates is just cold cash for men. I'm right there. Donna, good morning. Thanks. Now we got it. And Brian is 100% correct. I will go with that. I've never looked at it that way, but now let's see. Let's make a little fun post and let's see what we get here, right? Because that's a good observation. We're going to take Brian's information. I'm going to go in. I'm going to make a quick meme. And this is what I say. When you see stuff, make content on it. So we'll go freestyle that. What do you think? We'll use some tools. We'll do a tool set. So we'll go tools. And maybe we'll go this one. I like this one. So we'll go with that one for it. And we're going to go ahead and continue. And we're going to go ahead and done and caption that. And Brian says Menards rebates. Let's see, Menards rebates are, where'd you go? Yeah, rebates are just Kohl's cash for men. Or just Kohl's cash for men. So now Kohl's cash for men. And then I'm going to do that little hash thing, and then I'm going to put Brian Boofka. So now we'll get that in there. We're going to make this nice and big so it can go across there. There it is. We're going to put Brian in there, and we're going to make a little meme for Brian. And so now we're going to do that. We're going to export it. We're going to post it. And we're going to see what kind of stuff we get back on that, because I think that's a great thing to do, right? Why not? Let's see what happens with it. Let's see what happens when we post that. We'll check back in. Remind me on Wednesday when we do this again, and we'll check in and see how it's rolling with it. But as of right now, it is just posted there. It's posted there. It is now becoming part of our story, and it's on Facebook and Instagram. That's what I said. That's what you got to do. Make content just like that, baby. Just like that. Darren said, yeah, may still be a couple months. Fellow firefighter's father passed, selling the family business to a longtime employee, machine shop, where I take the tractor and wants me to design a new logo. Ooh, very, very nice. I dig that. Okay, so let's get, Jerry's got her 5 things before we get rocking and rolling. 5 things. 1, pack for trip on Wednesday, prep for order, press shirt order, review emails. 5, pack for trip. So she's got a pack for this trip, if you didn't know that. And they're highly interested in buying a table. There you go, man. Now you're rocking and rolling. So planning for the week. I don't know how everybody else does it, but for us, we kind of have certain things that we know are going to happen by certain days. Like when we look at the schedule for Monday, we kind of plan out the week for it. We know Fridays we try to keep light. Fridays are, those Mondays are always crazy. Fridays between pickups, deliveries, meetings, things like that. That's what we do on Friday. So, production isn't at 100% on Friday. So we know those are the bookends of the week. And then it's filling out the rest of it. So we're making sure to schedule up every day for social media. We're scheduling up for emails. We're scheduling up for quotes and invoicing. We're scheduling up for design work. But the biggest thing that I think people are not doing, and me and Brian talked about this over the weekend, was so one of the hardest things for us to do is, to work on the business, not in the business. So work on things to better for it. We've got scheduled trainings throughout the week that we do. We've got calls that we do. We get this, but it's great to have that in the background and listening and doing in there. But if we're not taking action on it, what does it really matter, right? Like, we're just listening to listen. It's not doing us any good. So one of the things that was said was there needs to be a set amount of time that you're working on marketing, right? You're working on the business, not in the business. And so go through the week. How does your week look? Are you able to do something like that? Well, for us, Mondays are out. Fridays are out. So that leaves Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So the smartest thing is on Wednesday, right? You do Wednesday, and, they said you should take, 8 hours of it. No, I can't do 8 hours of it. There's just way too much going on, and I am still only, one person. I'm 2.5 people is the way I look at it. I'm full time here. Corey, for the most part, is full time here, but that fluctuates throughout the year depending on what's going on. So let's call her half to 3/4, and then we have the kids. Let's call them half to 3/4 when we need things for it. So we manage with what we have, but that means it's hard for me to say, hey, we're taking this time and I need to work on the business. I need to work on doing these things. And then I need to prioritize things. Like right now, if we're trying to do Facebook and we're trying to do Instagram and we're trying to do TikTok and we're trying to do YouTube and we're trying to do Google ads and we're trying to do LinkedIn and we're trying to do Pinterest and any of your other ones that are out there, how good can we really get at when we're just trying to do all these things, right? So what becomes of this is nothing is really working. Nothing, is really set in stone because you're spending time working on all the things instead of just on one thing, focusing on one thing that needs to be done. And I'm I'm one of those people, going through things, like right now, trying to figure out things for TikTok events, making content, and that kind of goes hand in hand with the YouTube side of things because those are interchangeable with it. But I can film. It's the editing that it just drives me insane. That how am I supposed to do this while I'm still functionally running a business? I see a lot of people where, their first employee is, a content creator, somebody that's filming or editing or doing something like that to continuously do the stuff. As, a solopreneur or, less than 5 employees, it's really tough to do. And so that's why you end up giving up on it, right? It doesn't work. It's there. Well, it's not that it doesn't work. It's just that we're not good at it. I mean, that's the dead honest truth. You're not good at it. It works for people. We're just not sure what to do and how to do it. So when we can plan these things out, say, hey, what is the priority here? Now, for us, our main priority going into the school year is to sign up more schools to be, whether it's to basically get their sales, right? To get their work, their team stuff, their organizational things, PTOs, PTAs, any of that. Now, I've been working on something, I don't know, 3-4 years on it, but I've never really just like, okay, this is what we're going to sit down and we're going to work on today. So over the weekend, Brian and I talked, I don't even know how we get in these conversations sometimes, but one of the things, was like this making time to work on stuff. So if you're in our mentorship community, Wednesday, 11 to 3, there's going to be an open Zoom room and it's all going to be on marketing with the main focus is setting up for school sales, setting up for those organizational things. And so when we went through it, it's like, here, what are the stuff that we need for people? What's the sales? Because I feel that all of us can close somebody when we're talking to them, right? We believe in our product. We believe in what we do. We believe in everything that we offer. And so we believe we can close the sale. It's getting those people though, right? Like, how do I get them to schedule a call? How do I get them to schedule an appointment? How do I get them to fill out a form? What kind of stuff are we sending out to them? Do we have a promo pack? Do we have a video? Do we have, what are we doing with it and how are we getting them in? Now, a lot of ours up until this point has been word of mouth, right? Somebody says, hey, I heard you work with them. What can we do for you? So there's no selling to it. But if we want to go get new business that isn't being generated by word of mouth, what's that catchy factor? What's that boom in your face? This is what we can do for you. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to work on, developing it. I feel the more people that we get in our mentorship community that wants to do this, and we have all these different heads of ideas putting things together, it'll help all of us out, creating a PDF that has samples for them, creating a structure of here's how to, here's how much you can make, here's how you can do it, creating, the emails. And then on the flip side of that is a lot of these, what we've done, we found out that when a store doesn't do well, it's because they didn't promote it. So, what are we doing to help them promote it? What kind of things are we giving them? We're giving them things to post about, things to email. What are we doing with that to be able to help them? Because the more that they sell, the more they make, the more that we make. So, what goes into this process? And that's what we're going to do. Is it set in stone? And the only reason that it is set in stone is it has to be. When we are our own bosses, what do? We procrastinate. We put things off. We say we'll get to it. We'll get over to it. It's on the back burner. It's something I'm thinking about doing. And be honest with yourself. Does it really ever happen? No. At least for me, it doesn't. I work on a little here, a little there, and then it's on to the next thing. It's, I'm going to push this and that, and I'm going to work on this. And it's not to say you still can't do those things. Like, we'll still consistently post things. We're still going to, put our information out there for all of our affiliate links. We'll still put things out there for all of our, anything that we're pressing or printing or things like that. But the marketing focus of it, because those are just general awareness things, people will see that we do that, offer those things. But as far as the marketing push of it, what is it going to be? So when we look at things, where are our customers at? So, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, the ideal customer for that in the PTOs, PTAs. We're going to look at, the different aspects of it. What are things catchy? What are things to do? There's going to be a lot of analyzing in it. And it's going to be analyzing other people's ads, other people's websites, other people's promo items, the way other people's websites are set up, the other things that they do. What is working for some, what's working not for there. And a lot, is going to come from our own working together on things. So I'm really excited about doing this. And Wednesday can't get here soon enough. And now I'm pulling links and I'm setting them here. I'm putting this in here, and this is how we're going to build this. This is what we're going to do with this. Here's I like this style things. Like how this one, has a structured payout. This one has a gradual payout. This one has it's finding all that information on it. So for us, that's the big thing that we're going to work on doing. So the more that we can generate with that, the better off we'll be. So it isn't for everyone. If you're not doing any team stores, if you're not looking at schools and corporates, corporate businesses and things like that, then it's nothing to worry about. But if it is something that you're interested in doing and you are in our mentorship community, Wednesday, 11 a.m., tune in for that. Now, if you are not in our mentorship community, all you have to do is go right down here. Patreon.com/FatDadMC. We have multiple calls throughout the week. You'll be able to get in those. In fact, we have one right after this call, 9:30 a.m. today, and we'll be able to go through that. But that's the goal, is to try pushing on things. Like we do, good with word of mouth. And a lot of it is look at, how many things can you do? Like when we look at our week and we're planning out our week, how much time is your week. How much jobs take you. Like we know that this week we've got 4 jobs that are on Friday cutoffs for all orders that they need. They need stuff the second week of July. So we said, hey, you have to have everything to us by the last Friday in June. Here's what we need from you there. So we've got the bulk of everything taken care of, design work, everything with that, shirt selection, everything's there. But now they're basically pre-selling. They're doing that to get things in so they can place one single order and we're good to go with it. So that's going to be Friday. We know that that's on there. I know that I have our mentorship call on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I know that now Wednesday, I have that time blocked out and it's just going to be marketing for 4 hours. I know that, we'll have emails each day. I know that we'll have, DTF and UV DTF each day. There's a lot of stuff that we do that people don't realize we do because we don't talk about it enough. I'll go back to the radio analogy. You hear a song multiple times throughout a day. So don't think that you can't post the same thing multiple times a day because people will read it now. Some people will read it later. Other people will read it later. So, make sure that you're putting your stuff out there. At the end of the day, you can be as successful as you want, or you can be as much of a failure as you want. It's up to you to take the responsibility to do what you want to do and what's going to work best for your business. And sometimes that's all you need is, hey, I need to add 2 more stores. That's it. That's all I want to add. I want to add another $10,000 in revenue. So 2, 3 stores is what I need to add throughout the year. Okay. I know what my time is. I know what my production speed is. I know I don't want to be overwhelmed with things. So that's what we're doing with it. For us, we know that when we're at things, we'd like to add 5 more stores before school opens up. Can we pick up 5 more schools? Can we pick up 5 more organizations? What can we pick up with that? We're setting that goal of 5, and we're working with things to get it there. We think we got 2 in the bag, so another 3, but it's constantly providing that value, working for them, and any of those on the fence to be able to show, here's the reason you use us. Here's the profits that can be shown from our system. And when we do this all together, I'm not saying that you can't, but I'm not saying you can, but you can't. However this goes, use the system that's around you. Using our things, you could say, hey, we was able to provide over $50,000 back last year. Collectively, we all were. If you got to boost yourself a little, boost yourself a little. You're there to support the community. You're there to help them grow. You're there to provide them with really cool stuff, because a lot of the stuff is just jank, right? When they're using a company like a BSN or a national company, there's no real design in it. It's all the same stuff: arch letters, block letters, property of, right? School logo and that. Here's your opportunity to shine. To give them unique ideas, give them unique logos, unique products, and this is together we're able to, really push those things to help each other out with it. So I'm excited for it. Let me know what you think about that in the comments there. Let's see, where were we? Sarah says it's been a good 19 plus months, and it was still not until recently I just started focusing on the business instead. And it's tough. It's tough to focus, on the business and getting wrapped up in it. And then why? Because you're doing things every day in it. There's fires to be putting out every day. Darren's not the only firefighter here. We all are. There's fires every day in your business, and you're doing your best to put them out. You try and set up time where, hey, I'm going to work on this, or I'm going to do this, but business is coming in. So you're like, oh, I'm not too worried about it, because everything, is still there. We're still picking up new things coming in there. What happens when it slows down? Now you're like, oh, I need to rush to get things. Well, by the time you get those things worked out, then guess what? Business is picking back up, and it goes back on that back burner. Working on your business instead of in it will help grow your business a lot. Jerry says, this focusing thing cannot be stressed enough for me. I need to make a sign. Yes, you do, Jerry. Make a sign. Make a sign. Make a sign. And Jenny says she's so excited for Wednesday. And so am I, because I think, all of us do stuff for schools, teams, organizations, events. We all do that, right? So how can we help each other be better at it? And they say between, art designs, different tiers of the system, just the better wording of it, because it's not like we're going to monopolize it, right? Because, monopolies are wrong, and price fixing, all that. But we're not talking about that. We're like, here's what's worked for us. Here's things that we've done for it. How can we make it a streamlined, simple process for them, understandable, relatable, and best of all, they get to make money. We are at the end of the day, we're the solution providers, right? Like when you look at a coach's job is to coach, not to make shirts, right? Like it's just, it is. I am a great high school cross country runner. I am no longer that now. So it's just not going to work out for me. You got to know where your strengths and weaknesses are. Coaches don't need to be chasing checks. They don't need to be figuring out what this says or that says. They don't need to be worrying about picking up orders and dropping off orders. We take care of all that. We'll deliver to you, in bulk. And if you want to separate, great, or we can ship right to the person. So what are things that can help streamline those processes? What are things that can help build your business better? Even the collateral from it, like when we're putting stuff out there for marketing materials, okay, here's something where if we came up with here's a standard flyer, but, it's in Placeit or in Canva or wherever it is, and then anybody can use it and you're just adding your logos to it, that'd be something cool, right? Like, here's things that we can work with it. Here's how we can build off of it. And that's what I'm really excited about, is to create all these different aspects of it that can really help us all grow our businesses at the same time. Because, we don't do everything. We have a lot of people that we work with that we do like their DTF and UV DTF. They may do stuff for us. Okay, we trade out work back and forth. Like us, we work with embroiderers. We don't embroider. We have embroiderers that we work with. We have the partnerships, and that's what you'll look at doing. What are those partnerships that you can put out there? At the end of this, we all want to make money. Profit's not a dirty word. I don't care who you are. Profit is not a dirty word. You deserve to get paid for your work. So how do you do that? Hey, we'll bring in more business. But planning out the week is, to me, is an essential part of all of this. Knowing that we're going to do this day, that day, that day. We were in a string for a while with the UV DTF where we were only printing it on 3 days a week, because there's if there's not at least 10 feet of UV DTF, it's not worth printing, because the waste that goes into it, the time to do it, it's just not worth doing. So we those are picking up. So we're getting closer to being able to go every day with it, and it works. So, and that's why you have those production schedules. That's why you give those times on things. That's why you do the work for it. One of the other things that I know we can talk about is producing everything yourself. When we do this, do we have to do that? I'm a big believer of no. If you're able to make things work by having other people do it, and you have your markups or your margins that you're adding to it, you're still making money, and you're not doing any of the work. So your labor and overhead, all that part of it is taking out of it, the production part of it, so you can focus more on the sales. So I'm really excited for it. Chandra, I'm a bit late today. My office had supplies from an event I did on Saturday. Had to break down 2 hours early because of downpours. Rain was no joke for people this weekend. Had a canopy top and sidewall stretch out, drying all over the place. I bet it does sound yucky. I just rolled over in bed and found out my earbuds can pause the stream. Had no idea there were buttons. Well, first world problems, right, Jeff? Because life is hard. Life is hard. Okay, with that, we are going to we're going to get out of here because I get some stuff to finish up. I can hear it in the next set that I need to pull off the printer. We have a mentorship call at 9:30. You can still go here and sign up. You sign up now, you will still get into that call here at 9:30. And like I said, Wednesdays are going to do a marketing day, 11 to 3 every Wednesday. Open Zoom room to work on marketing. Even if you just have your camera on and you're not talking, you just have the video on, just know that we're there to help each other go with it. So I'm really excited about that. So until next time, you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys then.